Hello and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a low-cost luxury video where I show you some of the great finds that I got at either TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So I've actually been kind of accumulating products for a while to do this video, just kind of keeping my eye out for Smashbox products and also foundations that actually match my skin. So I have a lineup of products that I want to get into, kind of show you how they work, how they apply, my thoughts and opinions. So if you would like to see how I accomplished this entire look using all Smashbox products found at either TJ Maxx or Marshalls, stay tuned and let's get into it. So first, I want to go through all the products I found, and then I will show you how they apply, my thoughts, opinions, and just a quick little review. The first thing I got, which I've been looking around for a while to wait until I actually found the correct shade for me, is the Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. And this is the stick foundation with the foundation on one side and then a contour on the other. And I've been looking for my foundation shade, which I believe is 2.1 from when I was matched to a different foundation, and then on the shade finder with Sephora's website, this was the shade that it matched me to. On the Smashbox website, this is still available for $42. Ulta also has it on sale for $21, but I got this for $14.99. Then the next I have is the LA Lights Blush and Highlight Palette in Malibu Berry. This is still available on Smashbox website for $35, and I got it for $9.99 at Marshalls. So it comes with 3 blushes and a highlight. Then next I picked up the Photo Matte Eyes Mini Palette, and that is on Smashbox for $25, and I got it for $8. I randomly found it over in the clearance area. Then I picked up the X-Rated Mascara, which it's no longer available on Smashbox.com, but their mascaras range from about $19 to $23, and I got this one for $7.99. Then I picked up 3 lipsticks, or 3 lip products, because I don't own any of the Smashbox lipsticks or glosses, none of it. So first I picked up the Be Legendary lipstick in Bad Mood, and this is still available on Smashbox website for $21. I got it for $7.99. Then I got the Be Legendary Triple Tone lipstick, the Instant Ombre in Nude Ombre, and this is still available, and it is also This is $24 on Smashbox. I got for $7.99. And it's supposed to be triple tone ombre look, so we will see how it looks or if it actually works. Then finally, I got the Be Legendary Liquid Metal lipstick in Mauve Squad, which is also available. And this one is $24 on Smashbox.com, and I got for, again, $7.99. So let's get into a full face. We'll see how these products apply, if there's a reason why they've kind of been shifted out, or if they're just trying to clear some inventory and I stumbled upon a great deal. I have not used Smashbox in a long time. I used to have a few of their products, but it has probably been about 10 years since I've actually purchased any of their shadows. And I've never actually owned one of their lipsticks, so I was glad to find this. It was actually Smashbox eyeshadow that I used for my wedding, and I loved those eyeshadows. They are just a crumbly mess by now, if I even still have them somewhere. I've been married 8 years, so that was quite a while ago, and I had purchased those shadows a few years before that. So it has definitely been a long time before I have messed with much of the Smashbox line, but I'm very excited. I do know it is a quality brand. It's always doing well at Sephora. I see it everywhere, so I wanted to check it out. see if it maybe will move into my regular rotation of makeup. So I will just go in and apply this like normal, just all over. Let me clip back my hair first. So let's see if this is a good match. It's supposed to be a medium coverage foundation, and it's supposed to be buildable with a natural finish. That looks pretty good. We'll see how this works on as I blend it out. I'm going to apply just a bit more. Okay, so this is a good note. I had this up just a little bit and I put the cap on. There is no room for excess on top of the cap. I just had it sticking up a little and it squished the entire top. So I'm pretty frustrated about that. Okay, so here is the foundation applied. When I look up close, I can see a little bit settling into my pores, but I'm wondering if a kind of pore filling primer would have helped with that. One thing I notice as I am kind of wiping my brush is I am also wiping off a lot of the product. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is that it seems to move around a lot. I'm not getting it to stick really well onto my face as I'm been applying the foundation. If I move my brush, I'm just seeing some brush strokes on there and not a great set with this foundation. So I am going to see if maybe pressing this in with a blending sponge will kind of help set it in place, because the brush is just wiping it away. Okay, I think that helped quite a bit using the sponge to kind of just set various places, and hopefully that'll set onto my skin rather than just kind of wiping everything away. I will now go into the contour side and see how this works. I'm not usually a cream contour person, but I will give this a shot. It does seem a little bit warm, but we will see how it applies. Oh, that actually comes off pretty well on me. It's actually a lot nicer than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little bit dark, but it is coming off pretty nice and blending very easily. Okay, that is genuinely a soft contour, but I do like the shade. So I think the contour is working out pretty well. Just gonna touch in a little bit more. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's going on my cheek, but as I've been applying, I've noticed I'm just getting really red over here. I don't know if that's from this product or what, but I can feel my cheek is pretty hot to touch and it's becoming more and more red. So I know all my brushes are clean. The only kind of X factor going on is this foundation. I will let it see if over the next over the next couple minutes. If anything starts getting more red, and then I will just have to stop and take everything off. And I've already primed my eyes with Urban Decay Primer Potion. Moving on to the Mini Pro Matte Eyes palette. This is, I thought would be a great travel palette. Little tiny eyeshadow palette with 8 shades. The first shade I'm going to use as my transition. I'm going to go with more of a cool look. So I'm going to use this shade right here. It says that is Wheat, and I will put that in my crease. Okay, I think that applied really nicely. Just a nice subtle kind of taupey shade into my crease. But I know Smashbox eyeshadows, from what I've used in the past, they're really good. Next, I'm going to go into Haze, the gray shade, and just apply that in my crease and on my outer corner. I like that. Now I'm going to apply Grounded on my eyelid. And then now Rose Hip, and I'm just going to put that by my eyebrow. And for just a little more depth on my outer edge, I'm going to apply Earthy, just right on the outer corner. Okay, I actually really like this palette. The mattes, it's all matte, so there's no shimmers to work with, but they all blend really well. I like how this gave me a nice, kind of a nice subtle smoky eye. And I will definitely be taking this for travel rather than having to pack up one of my big palettes, which is what I typically tend to do, but having this for on the go is perfect. So my cheek seems to have kind of settled down. I'm thinking maybe it was from messing with it so much. I don't think it has anything to do with the actual products. It's probably just my skin. I am extremely sensitive to a lot of different things, and so it's probably just something irritated my skin, and it's not actually the products I was using. But now I have my eyes done. I am going to check out this cheek palette. So this is it says LA Lights Blush and Highlight Palette, and I have it in the color Malibu Berry. And it comes with 3 shades. Here are the 3 shades. So nice, rosy, kind of berry colors. And it comes with Rich Berry, True Berry, and Highlight Berry. So maybe I'll match my little skin thing going on here. And I'll go right in with Rich Berry. Okay, and to kind of blend that out, I'm going to go into the middle shade, True Berry. So that applies nicely. A very good wash of color that is applied. And then finally, I'm not going to use this Highlight Berry as my highlight shade, but I'm just going to kind of put that on top of the blush that's already there. Okay, so that is not too bad. And I do like the cheek products. They are very pigmented, so a little tap in there goes a long way to apply some color onto the cheeks. If you are not into really bright blushes, this might be a little intimidating, but I don't mind blushing my cheeks, and so I actually like it a lot. Next, I want to try out this mascara. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of liner. I've got the Smashbox Always Gel Liner that I received in one of my Sephora Play boxes, and I'm just going to apply this real quick just to give my eyes a little more definition, and then I will apply the mascara on camera. Okay, so I have some liner applied, and I put a little bit on my lower waterline because this is one of my liners that I know will work really well in my waterline. I've used it before. It is, again, the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in Fishnet. It's one of my favorites for a deep dark black, and it does stay in the waterline and pretty much wherever you apply it. Now onto this mascara. So this is the Smashbox X-rated mascara, and I have it in Rich Black. It comes in a cool little tube that looks like it's been twisted, and so the wand does have more of a natural bristle wand. It looks like it has a triangular shape, if you can see that when I kind of put the barrel straight at the camera. So first I will curl, and we'll see how this applies and keeps a curl. So my eyelashes are thoroughly curly, and now I will apply this mascara. Okay, so from that first impression and first application, I'm noticing that I do have to use the shorter bristles to apply the general volume of product onto my eyelashes, and then the longer bristles are what give the lengthening. Because at first I was just kind of swiping it on my eyes, and I noticed there wasn't very much product going on, and then I just slightly turned the wand so that the flatter end with the bristles was touching my eyelashes, and then the product actually started laying down. So there is a little technique to use this mascara wand. Okay, so now on to the second coat. Okay, so I think that applies pretty well. That is a great lengthening and volumizing mascara. I'll get onto the other side to match it up, but by kind of figuring out that little trick of the wand, it really helps to volumize and then lengthen my lashes. So I go flatten to volumize, and then I tilt the brush to get those tiny little ends with some more product. And it does dry down pretty quickly, so I think that's holding a great curl. You can see both my lashes are still really curly, especially my left one over here, so I think that is great for a new mascara. Okay, I had to go grab the baby real quick, so she might be walking around behind me while I finish this up with the lip products. First thing I wanted to go into was the Be Legendary Triple Tone Lipstick in the Nude Ombre. I wanted to see if this actually works. What it is it's 3 different shades of lipstick, and so you apply it to give yourself the appearance of like an ombre lip. And I've never given myself an ombre lip, but I'm curious to see how it looks on me and if this actually works to create that effect. So I'm excited to check this out, see how it looks, and just get into it. Let's see if this stuff actually works. As I apply, so I've got the dark edge towards the top of my lip, and then I'll flip it over and apply the dark edge. So, here we go. And then as I flip it over to apply the dark edge on the lower part of my lower lip. Okay, so it works. But for my kind of messy application, I think that actually works really well. You can see how it's a little bit darker on the edges, and then it lightens up in the middle. And that's actually a pretty shade on me. I'm very fair, like I always say, and that gives me just a nice little flush of color. So I actually really like this ombre lip, the nude ombre. It is subtle. It's not as stark with the contrast as I've seen online, but I think that works to my benefit. I don't want it to be super dark on the edge and then very, very light in the middle. I think this subtle gradient that I got is actually really nice. So I'm happy with this. This might end up in my purse as a regular lipstick that I'll use. So there it is, the nude ombre. So it actually works out so well. I don't really want to take it off, but I do want to get into these other lipsticks, so I'll probably put this on later. But as I take it off, next I want to get into and try out the Be Legendary lipstick. I have this in Bad Mood, which looks like a kind of plum color. So very pretty. Not as dark as I thought it would be from judging by the package, but still very pretty. So as I apply, this is actually very different from how I thought it would be. I thought this was going to be a very matte lipstick, because that generally is what is popular, but this is more of a creamy lipstick that applies really nice. It's not super thick, but it does lay down a good pigment. And I think that's a great everyday color. I was expecting it to be a little bit darker, but I am happy that it's not too dark. That means I can wear it more on a regular basis than just wearing it when I feel like I want to do a more vampy look. So this is Bad Mood from the Be Legendary lipstick line. Finally, I have the color Mauve Squad from the Be Legendary Liquid Metal line. And I'm gonna see how this applies just on top of this lipstick. I did not plan for the Bad Mood and Mauve Squad to go so well together, but it's almost a perfect match as far as the coloring on Mauve Squad layering on top of Bad Mood. So it just gives me that extra metallic finish. I think it would also be very pretty on its own. So this is what the lipstick looks like alone. And so I think it'd be very pretty alone as well. So overall, I think all of these products really performed well. If I would give my kind of top products of all of them, I would say that the mini matte eyeshadow palette is up there along with the mascara, and then the nude ombre lip. These I think are special finds. The tiny little eyeshadow palette, which will be great for travel. Then the mascara is holding still a strong curl, and now as I feel my lashes, they're not crispy or anything yet, and the length and volume is spectacular. And I was so pleasantly surprised with this ombre nude lipstick. So this will be going into my purse to keep with me regularly. I'd say that I'm still kind of holding out on how this foundation will do. I think if I try it with a primer, it might help to kind of help settle it into my skin. So still kind of on the fence about the foundation, but I do think the color was really good for my skin. And then the blush was great, and the two lipsticks, the Be Legendary lipstick and the Metal liquid lipstick, was also great. But again, my standout kind of stars from this whole collection or little haul that I have, the mini eyeshadow palette, the X-rated mascara, and the nude ombre, which I'm pleasantly surprised. So I hope that if you are looking around, you see some of these products, I kind of gave you better insight of whether or not you want to pick them up from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. And until then, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.